This that lunchroom chatter podcast, you know? Where you sit up and think about fucking your girl's best friend, but you can't because your girl's a fighter and she'll fuck you up. This that lunchroom chatter podcast where you lay up and think about being a porn star, but you can't because you come too quick, so you gotta eat the pussy for 95 minutes. That kind of shit. This that lunchroom chatter podcast where you in bed at night thinking about beating your meat, but you can't because you live with your mama. And she bust in the room and say, bitch, get the fuck up. Mama, why you ain't knock on the door first? This that kind of shit. Where you can be yourself, where you can relax, where you could put yourself into the mind of another nigga. So stay tuned. Let's get this shit poppin'. Lunchroom chatter podcast, baby. Yes, sir, man. For this little bonus episode, man, I figured I'll start with the intro, man. It's been a while since I even covered celebrity news because of you guys, because of social media, because of the world. A lot of these topics that have been featured on past recent episodes have been submitted by you guys, or they just came to me based on how the world is. But this episode right here, this is a brand new episode of that.
Brand new LCP.
Man, I want to take a second, man. I want to cover some celebrity news. We are never at a lack for celebrity news. Every fucking day is some new shit popping off. It's new content. So sometimes when I think about creating new episodes, new bonus episodes, and sometimes I don't know what the fuck to do. Or I'm trying to be creative in my mind, but the world will always serve you up some amazing content. So this episode, man, I want to cover some celebrity news, man, from Lil Boosie, talking about the man that dates his daughter. You could cheat on her, but don't beat on her. We had Saucy Santana, who was a gay rapper, a gay man, and he said, hey, you know, there's a chance in the future where I may want kids, but I don't want my kids to be gay. And of course, because of social media, he took a lot of backlash. Well, you gay, so, you know, how could you not want to gay? But I fully understood where he was coming from, man. So I want to dive first out before I get to Saucy Santana, because I got my own similar beliefs in relation to that. So before I even get to Saucy Santana, I want to focus a little bit on Lil Boosie, because again, he took some backlash too. Because, and I think it has more to do with how he said it in relation to the man that dates my daughter. You could cheat on her, but don't beat on her. He's not giving the boy permission to cheat, but of course that's how people are going to take it, because that's the fucking era we live in. But this is what Lil Boosie had to say in relation to his daughter dating that nigga.
You cheat on her, but don't beat on her. My daughter just texted me she got a boyfriend. She want me to meet him. Be nice. Just don't hit her. Love her. I don't give a what you do.
Don't take it there.
Just don't hit her. You can cheat on her. I don't give a damn. Whatever. Just don't hit her. I can't tell him no, bro. Ain't tired just text me say she got a boyfriend, man. I'm happy. I'm so happy. But she want me to meet him. And I'm going to be nice. She want me to be nice because all my girls think I might do too much. So that's cheat on her, but don't.
So that's some of the gist of what he said, man. And again, after he took the backlash, he had a follow-up video, which I'll play in a second. But what the fuck y'all want the man to say? Like, I'm a dad. I only have a son. But if I had a daughter, or the men out here, or the women out here with daughters, how the fuck can you stop a man from cheating on your daughter? Because when you go to the comments, you know, and after he said that, you see, it was probably split. You see men and women, well, I don't give a fuck. Ain't no man gonna cheat on my daughter. How the fuck are you gonna control that? Like, I want to give y'all the boo. Because that is full fucking delusional thinking. How the fuck are you gonna stop a man from cheating on your daughter? So what Lil Boosie said was true. You could cheat. Well, he's not saying you can go cheat. What he's basically saying is, I can. Now, of course, his choice of words wasn't the right choice, but you cannot stop a man from cheating on your daughter. But yes, and you can't even prevent a man from beating your daughter, because if your daughter get beat, you're going to find out after the fact, and now maybe you can prevent it from happening again, but you can't even stop the first beat. And that's why I say we can't put ourselves into this place of delusion to where, oh, I'm never going to let a man cheat on my daughter. Then they going to cheat. It ain't shit you could do. Your daughter bring her boyfriend over, okay, you like him, everything is great as well. Next day she go to school with her man. That boy could go cheat in the fucking bathroom during third period. Like, how the fuck are you going to stop? There's nothing you can do to stop that. That's why I say, man, we can't put ourselves into a place of delusion to where, oh, no, nobody ever gonna cheat on me. There's no way. There's no way to ever stop that. Now, I want to take a second, man, because Lil Boosie, like I said, after he caught the criticism, the little fake-ass backlash that everybody gets online, every time you say some shit, it's always backlash. You got to get used to it. It's going to get worse in 2024. But this is what Lil Boosie had to say in relation to the backlash he received after telling the world that the man could cheat on her, but don't beat that thing.
Talking about the cheat on or beat on a thing or whatever. I'm not the type of daddy gonna get in my daughter's relationships about no cheating or nothing like that. But if you beat on her, then that's a different thing. That's my problem. A lot of y'all coming, y'all ain't got no daddy. Y'all ain't gonna call y'all daddy and tell him y'all got a boyfriend because y'all don't even care what y'all daddy say. Y'all don't have no respect for y'all daddy, and y'all don't think y'all daddy gonna protect y'all nowhere. Or his opinion don't mean nowhere, because he ain't. Me and my daughter, me and Pretty Black is thick as thieves. I talk to her about anything, she talk to me about anything. So a lot of y'all comment negative about my parenting and all that. I'm a damn good daddy, baby.
I want to clap it up now. Like I said, man, like normally I call it how I see it. A lot of times Lil Boosie say some fucked up shit, and I don't like talking about the motherfucker because he always say some homophobic, some wild shit. But what he said right there is 100% the truth. A lot of motherfuckers out here don't got good dads. And again, not saying all. But if you don't got a good dad, or like he said, a lot of motherfuckers, especially when it comes to women, if you're not going to say, hey, daddy, I got a man, I would like you to meet him. Like, a lot of motherfuckers be scared to even say that shit. Now, again, I'm not saying you, so please don't say, well, not me. I have a relationship with we're not talking about you. We're talking about the ones out there who criticize and acting as if this man can control his daughter being. You can't control. She gonna get cheated on. That's part of life. Being cheated on is part of life. It's how you learn. And again, of course, it'd be great if it don't happen, but we don't live in that type of world. That's how you become a better woman and know what to look out for and know, as they say, the quote unquote, I hate this term, but the fucking red flags. To know that, you know what? I've gone through that before. I don't like how it made me feel. So this time I'm out. As opposed to accepting it, and now you stuck in a pattern over and over and over again of being cheated on, of being disrespected. So at some point, man, you got to live and learn. And of course, we hope that those learning lessons are all great and positive, but that's not the type of world we live in now. Dive into my guy, Saucy Santana, to where a lot of times he be on some goofy shit, some viral clickbait shit too, but, he really opened up about his fears about having a gay son. And I can relate to that in terms of, and I'm sure a lot of men could, a lot of women might as well, in relation to me having a black son. And that was a lot of my internal fear. And I know, because to me, I feel it's similar because I'm a black man. So some might say, hey, well, if you have a son, why are you scared about him being a black man? Because of what I've gone through. Because of what I've experienced in my life. And I experienced this before social media, before Donald Trump went to the White House. So now the shit is worse. And again, it's worse, but it's not what it was back when my grandma was growing up. In the 40s, 50s, and 60s and shit, even going back to 1920, it's not as bad as that. But you still go through a lot of shit to where, it was a lot to think about. And then when you factor in black on black crime and how my son basically has to battle both worlds, he still got to battle the racism, the hatred, and the prejudice that's still out there. But then on the flip side, he got to battle surviving in his own community, in his own schools, because of how much we have that inner hatred for each other. So it's basically the battle of both worlds, and it's fucking scary. So I understood Saucy Santana 100% when he had fears, but this is what Saucy Santana had to say in relation to having a son.
Hey man, do you want kids?
I think for me, just being honest, I'm just worried about how to raise a kid. And just me being gay, and I feel like if I have a son, I wouldn't want my son to be gay. And not because nothing is wrong with it, but because of everything that I went through.
Can I ask a question though? See, man, I'm interested, man. Do you want kids?
I think.
Do you feel like that may be a little bit of self-hate, that you wouldn't want your son to be a reflection of who you are? Like, I know, and I understand the trauma you probably have to go to, but do you kind of feel like
I don't never look at it as self-hate, because I love myself more than anybody. I think that it's just not easy. So that's why I kind of equated it to like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, hey, I grew up in the projects. I don't want my child to. Yeah.
Do you feel like that may?
You know, I just feel like I want better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if better is the right words, because not saying to me nothing is wrong with being gay, but
you want the world to treat gay people better.
Yeah,
and you can't control that.
And you can't control.
I want to clap it up. I know some of y'all not going to agree because it's a gay man saying it. And again, that clip was from VH1. That show was called For the Fellas. They do a great job in relation to having conversations, having topics. So check that out. That is VH1. That is For the Fellas. But like I said, man, I can 100% relate, because it's something that we all go through, that inner fear. Like, just like that pain. And I know I've gone through that, and sometimes I still go through it. Like when I look at my son and I see him getting older, because, you know, when my son was 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, and I used to take my son to the park, or we go out and stuff like that. And like, I used to watch how, you know, white folks, let me whisper. I used to watch how white folks and folks in general, you know, they always looked at my son so loving. Oh my God, your son is so cute. He's so precious. Oh my God, I love his hair. Like, it was that. And I smiled in those moments, but I knew that 10 years from now, 15 years from now, like that cuteness that they saw in my son would now be perceived as a threat. And those are things I thought about. Those are things I still think about. Like when I watch my son getting older, my son he's gonna be 9 in January, on Martin Luther King Day. And when I watch shit like that, and I see my son's voice, you know, going through his little mini change. I watch him maturing up, you know, starting to like different things, and not being this little boppy 3 and 4 year old boy that he used to be. And I see things like that, and I know that he's going to change, and he's going to get friends. He's going to start playing basketball. Hey, Daddy, you know, can I stay late and go to practice? Or hey, can I go to the movies with a girl? Probably in about the next 5 to 6 years, he's going to start making those requests. And I got to think about, okay, he's going to the movies. Okay, I drop him off, whatever the case may be. And he's going to have experiences with the world without me. And it goes back to what DJ Khaled said, you know, years ago, where he said, I want to keep my son away from the world in relation to, you know, going to his own school, doing everything that I have a say so in, but I know it's not the way it's supposed to be. That's why I said I understood when Drake said, you know, he was keeping his child from the world. Because you try to protect your child as much as you can, but it's only so much you can do, because after a certain amount of time, your child was going to be out there in the world. And when your child is out there, you can't control what comes back with it. That's why I say, and I said it last week on Instagram, my Instagram is Lunchroom Chatter Pod, that you can raise your child to become the best child in the world, the best child ever. But you can't control if your child falls victim to peer pressure or falls victim to things that he has no control over. And sometimes you send your child out there and you just hope that your child comes back alive, because when I watch the news and I watch it and people send their child out to the world and your child come back in a body bag. Your child come back in a coffin. And I know that's one of my biggest fears as a black man. And I know that's a lot of you guys' biggest fear as black men, as black women. And it's a tough thing, man. So everybody out there, man, who stays showing love, stays showing support. Again, I appreciate you guys, man, for checking into this bonus episode of Dad.
Brand new LCP.
Hey, stay locked in. Again, my Cash App is $NYC Story 718. My Venmo is Lunchroom Chatterpod. Make sure you keep telling your friends, your families. Let them know, man, to check in. Stay locked in to that Lunchroom Chatter podcast. Y'all know what time it is, man.